Well, good evening. Returning once again, it's Scott Shelby and Matt Leo with MLCTV, and presently we'll be viewing the 2012 National Junior-Owned Maine Anjou Heifer Show. We'll let Judge Alan Miller from Gridley, Illinois, do the discussing of the heifers.
HAA Wisdom 505S, shown by Cameron Alexander, Sabina, Ohio. Selected as our senior calf champion was entry 267, CMCC in Misha. 1027, a September 3rd, 2011 daughter of HAA Wisdom 505S, shown by Cash Long, Wheeler, Texas. Selected as our summer champion female was entry 272, NCD champion Erica 1024, a July 4th daughter of HAA Wisdom 505S, shown by Colmore, Manil, Oklahoma.
I guess they speak for themselves in a lot of regards, but I guess I'll go through it kind of just one last time, tell you real quick how I see them. The heifer calf that come out of the first class, their first division there, like we talked about her, within that division, that's just the kind of heifer that was going to go on and be what I hope the rest of would be today, and I think she fits in here really well. She's just a smaller version of these other heifers. She's a heifer that's very complete. She's good frontage, she's good bodied, she's sound, she's stout enough, gives us a good look when she gets set up out here. Just a real solid kind of an individual that'll have some really good days ahead of her, I'm sure. The white-legged heifer that comes out of that second fall division, you know, that was a division that we have a number of different types and kinds, and some heifers that are maybe a little closer to being ready than what others were. You know, this was a heifer that was maybe a little more ready for today, in my opinion. She's a heifer that fits in well in terms of being stout and thick and massive. She maybe wants to become a partner front end just a bit when she gets lazy out there on the young man, but that's getting pretty picky. She's a heifer that's really good for her stoutness and for her thickness and the power that she possesses. The summer heifer that come out of that third division is really, really neat in my opinion. I love the front end of that female. I love the rib shape and body type and kind of that female. I really like the thickness and the stoutness this heifer has. A heifer that's very sound in her movement. She gets a little bit different maybe in her hip when put on the lead, but once again, we're kind of picking on one, and I'll pick on all of them because none of them are perfect, and if they were, I'd still find something to make up, I suppose. But that's a heifer that's awfully good. You know, as a judge, I've always kind of tried to err on the side of using our heifers for grand that are maybe a little farther along in their maturity, and maybe, you know, we know a little bit more what we're going to get. But that's a heifer there that I'm pretty confident is going to be really, really good someday. Whether today's that day or not, I guess I haven't completely decided yet, but that's one with an awful lot of quality to her that I like really, really well. For them to come out of the fourth division, probably the toughest division we've had all day here today. She's a heifer, as I talked about, in that division. She won that division because of the cow look that that one gives me. The tremendous amount of body, the length, the stoutness, the power, the mobility and flexibility that that one has when put on the lead. She isn't just the sharpest through her neck and chest of every heifer that we've had out here today, but that's a heifer that has a tremendous amount of power to her, tremendous amount of soundness, tremendous amount of just type and kind for a cow, in my opinion. I like that one really well. The heifer then to come out of the fifth division, a heifer that, you know, as she stands there and even when put on the lead, I think that's a heifer that's really neat in her type and kind. She's square, she's level, she's massive in her body, she's thick enough from behind, she's stout enough in her structure. You know, is she the highest performing heifer we've got in here? No, she's not. Is there enough over there? There is for me. Could we make her just a little bigger and stouter? Sure, we probably could. But once again, we're kind of picking on one that's pretty neat out there. I love her type and kind. I love the mass. I love the rib shape. I love the sound she has. Good kind of a heifer there out of the fifth division as well. The senior yearling then, she kind of had the disadvantage of coming out of, I shouldn't say weak, but a smaller division that, you know, she won pretty easily and didn't maybe force me to study her quite as hard as some of these others. That's a heifer that as she gets out here, fits in very, very well and has a lot of quality to her. She's super long bodied, super long top, really long extended through her front end. She's stout in her makeup. She's a heifer that maybe concerns me a touch and how that udder's coming in as far as her teats being pretty close and maybe like to change something out about her. But then at the same time, it's a little tough to hold that against her when I really have no idea what some of these other heifers out here are going to do in regards to their udders. So a high quality individual there on our senior yearling as well. And the cow-calf pair, a cow that, as we talked about her, I think fits with these others for being stout, for being powerful, for being just a big-footed, big-bone kind of an individual that's got a really neat kind of a bull calf there on side. So a good lineup from top to bottom. I'm going to go through them one more time. I'll select the two that I like best for our grand and our reserve grand out here today. Congratulations to the reserves as well, and to all the breeders for an outstanding event here. Thanks again for letting me be a part of it.
Well, as we wrap up the main show here today, we've got some great ones out here. Again, it's impressive. It's awfully deep. It's been competitive. Your champion heifer went to Brandon Oliver of Harper, Kansas. He had a spring yearling female out here. She was popular all day. When I saw her in the makeup area, I knew she'd have a hard run. Reserve went to Trey Moore from Medill, Oklahoma. He was at a Division 5, was a junior yearling heifer. Awfully nice. Two really nice females. Impressive Maine lineup out here. My hat's off to you Maine exhibitors.